welcome to the first ever Miss Pauhana 2023. I am Sweet Allison. I am your hostess with the mostest. Sometimes people call me head bitch in charge. I am for the moment on this stage, but I will turn around to that, but just not the word bitch. Thank you very much. Anyways, with that being said, this has been a great honor and privilege to work with Ron and Randy to get this going. I have done some previous shows beforehand, and this is the first one I've done here, so hopefully it'll be a good turnout. We're gonna have a couple rounds throughout the day. So the first one, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna introduce you to all our ladies who joined us today. And we do have 3 judges right over there. You'll learn a little bit about them in a second, but we will take some time to introduce them. We'll take a break. I guess somebody by the name of Elvis is gonna be here throughout the day, so he's gonna give us the breaks. And then we'll come back and we have a really fun second round. And then I guess that guy Elvis is coming back. And then we'll do the third round is we're gonna find out who's gonna be the first ever Miss Pauhana. And so thank you all for being here, and I'm just gonna get started. And so I'm gonna start out with Miss Pink Snow. She's a fun-sized, vintage-loving pinup, a not-so-serious woman with serious hips. Heavily influenced by a love of Elvis Presley, the 1958 pink Cadillac Eldorado, and all things leopard. Quick-witted, sassy, and classy, she takes the vintage lifestyle and makes it uniquely her own. To quote Dolly Parton, "Find out who you are and do it on purpose." She is beyond excited to be here, being obsessed with all things tiki. Miss Pink Snow has a large tiki collection including art, tattoos, and especially mugs. It's all about the joy and beauty of the Polynesian culture. It would be a dream to represent that in any way. For her true happiness is anywhere between a Mai Tai and a palm tree. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Pink Snow. Judges, if you can skip number 2. All right, so we have our next contestant, Lacey McGillicuddy. Lacey hails from the land of beer, brats, and bowling, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She makes the world a little more beautiful one person at a time. She's a hairstylist. In her free time, she helps to raise money for veterans by volunteering with Party Girl Pinups. Lacey is one crafty pinup. She paints, refinishes furniture, even made her headpiece today. And if you're wondering, yes, she is so single. Lacey feels that she should be chosen as Miss Pauhana 2023 because she loves all things tiki, the fashion, the cocktails, and all the rattan. Tiki is a laid-back lifestyle, and although her pinup looks are perfected, her personality is all laid back. Besides, with those hips, she could do a mean hula, all while drinking a Singapore Sling. Which is her favorite cocktail because she's attracted to its beautiful pink color and loves cocktails served in a hurricane glass, accessorized with a fruity garnish and a little umbrella. Her favorite vintage car is a 1958 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, preferably in regal turquoise and with the top down. If you've got a quarter for the jukebox, her favorite music is anything by Patsy Cline. She sang so many songs about unrequited love, a subject Lacey is quite familiar with. Her favorite classic icon is Lucille Ball because you know what? She was able to turn a B-movie career into an empire, and who doesn't love Lucy? Lacey McGillicuddy, everybody. Next up is Maybelline True. Maybelline True is an easygoing small-town girl. She aspires to be June Cleaver, but her life more closely resembles Lucy Ricardo's. Maybelline True loves hunting for vintage and going to the drive-in. In the summer, she could be seen in her tiki-themed 1953 Pontiac Chieftain station wagon. If she should make top 5, she would be chosen as Miss Pauhana 2023 because growing up, she was a tomboy who loved vintage, fashion, and history, but she didn't have an outlet that combines these 3 passions until she found pinup. She loves how pinup and tiki go hand in hand since she adores tiki beautiful and vibrant colors, flowers, and patterns. She hopes to mirror that vibrancy in the pinup community. She believes having a new pinup contest in Illinois is amazing for the Midwest pinup community, and she would be honored to be the first Miss Pauhana. Maybelline True's favorite tropical drink is a pina colada because it's delicious, and she can relate to it since they're both pale, sweet, and a little nutty. Her favorite classic car is a 1949 Buick Roadmaster convertible. Her favorite classic icon is obviously the lovely Betty White, and her favorite music is rockabilly. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up to Maybelline True. First time on the stage is Miss Raven Damsel. Everybody, this is her first time ever doing pinup, so let's give it up. Surgery scheduler by day, aspiring pinup by night, Miss Raven Damsel isn't your typical pinup. She's outgoing, bubbly, and friendly. She'll always put you first before herself, no matter how long you've known her. Many of her friends will tell you she's a child at heart, and you will constantly catch her listening to 90s music, especially boy bands. Heavily inspired by Katy Perry, Betty Page, and a touch of Snow White, she tries to mold it into a style of her own. This made her decide to give the pinup world a try and get herself out there. She grew up going to car shows every weekend and has a love of old Chevys. Miss Raven Damsel enjoys the tiki fashion and lifestyle. You will always find a tropical drink in her hand, especially a sweet and fruity one. Know that being around her is like a breath of fresh air and woman that once you've been around her, you will never forget. Everyone, this is Miss Raven Damsel. Next up is Miss Kitty Kate, hails from Lamont, Illinois. She has been a photographer and teacher for many years now. She's been in the old car scene forever, but this is only her second year doing pinup. One of her main life's passions is taking care of wee baby kittens as well as cats that are medically challenged or on hospice. Even though she is still fairly new to the pinup world, she's developed and improved herself quite a bit, along with retaining class, style, and elegance, and feels like she can look quite nice with a crown on her head finally. Her favorite drink can honestly have anything with pineapple in it. Bonus points if it comes in a hollowed out pineapple. And there's nothing better than sipping a delicious drink with a pineapple wedge and umbrella in it. But let's talk about her favorite car, 1959 Edsel Corsair, and guess what? Her favorite classic icon, Grace Kelly. Now imagine her being pals with her and just jamming out into that car to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kitty Kate. Next up, Sadie Something. Sadie is a romantically charged, starry-eyed girl with a poetic heart. She has a passion for cottage gardens, doll heads, and moonlight, all that help elevate her fairy soul. She is a dash of whimsy, a splash of mischief, and enjoys her favorite drink, a simple yet yummy sea breeze. Her favorite music is big band because there's a variety of fun big band dances and will love to blast it on the speakers in a 1948 Chevy 3100. I can't speak today, y'all. I know my cars, but not today. Canopy expressed that she hopes to someday own super cute and super functional just like Sadie. Sadie hopes to bring her whimsical and quirky energy to the title of Miss Pauhana, sprinkling it around in her fairy-like manner to promote the fun of tiki. Sadie believes in celebrating the unique in our daily lives. Thank you so much, Sadie Something. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Coco Colada to the stage. Aloha, Coco Colada is a published pinup model whose hobbies include painting, crafting, and singing off key in the shower. Coco is a dance student at Hokulea Academy of Polynesian Arts and hopes to hula her way into your hearts. She embraces the Polynesian and pinup culture and advocates for aloha, love, compassion, charity, and empathy every day. Today, she shows aloha to our veterans of Honor Flight Chicago, to the Wooddale businesses, and our classic car community. Her favorite drink is a painkiller from Pauhana's Tiki Bar. This drink consists of dark rum, pineapple, and orange juice, cream of coconut, and a dash of freshly grated nutmeg. It is sweet yet spicy, full of body, and a little cocoa nutty, just like her. Take 2 of these and it will cure what ails you. Her favorite car is a 1957 Chevy Corvette convertible, classic topless beauty with sexy curves. She's talking about the car, not her. Favorite classic icon is Marilyn Monroe. She was intelligent, ambitious, determined, and had a witty sense of humor. She admires Marilyn's ambition, tenacity, and charitable work around children, especially with the March of Dimes. Coco Colada's favorite type of music is anything that is upbeat and gets her happy feet on the dance floor. Literally, they're off the dance floor right now. Coco Colada's favorite rockabilly to, so her music obviously is rockabilly to classic rock. Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Roy Orbison, and the Beatles are a few of Coco Colada's favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Coco Colada. Ladies and gentlemen, last and definitely not the least is our Goldie Frocks. Goldie stems from everything that glitters is not gold, it's Goldie Frocks. If you are into fashion, then Goldie is your girl. She started sewing her own vintage wardrobe 7 years ago and has been chronically overdressed ever since. Her other hobbies include hoarding vintage sewing patterns, buying a fabric she doesn't sew, and claiming she has nothing to ever wear. Vintage tiki culture speaks to Goldie's soul. Living in the Midwest, there's nothing she longs for more than a warm tropical escape. Combine that with her love of the vintage aesthetic and a good drink, and she calls that her heaven. The fashions, the drinks, and the decor bring her joy and an internal warmth that carries her through the coldest months. Becoming the first Miss Pauhana would be an honor and a celebration of her love of the culture and the tiki bars, like Pauhana, that allow her to escape, if only for a little while. Goldie's favorite drink is a painkiller. She says it just like her, silky sweet, a little bit of spice. Her favorite classic car is the 1956 Ford Crown Victoria Skyliner. Her vintage idol is white Christmas actress and dancer Vera Ellen, and she loves cutting a rug to the sounds of rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, Goldie Frocks. If I can please have all of our contestants come on through.
When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, He'll give me hope and consolation. He'll give me strength to carry on, and You're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's the wonder of You. And when You smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm a king. Your kiss of me is what the fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why You love me as You do. That's the wonder of You. All right, Killer, play me a couple of those, baby. And why You love me as You do. That's the wonder of You. Bring him on, gentlemen.